Hello everybody, it's Niklas and welcome to this new video on SculptGL, and in this video we are going to see how to work with the mask. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you like the content. First link on the description. The complete course SculptGL is available, so if you want to learn this software starting from scratch with the course structure, it will be on the first link on the description. You will see the models, session of the course, what you will be able to learn this training course, a complete course to master SculptGL, first link on the description. Second link on the description, the website in link with this YouTube channel. You can discover software in these YouTube channels and have basics on this software. And second link on the description, it is like online school. You can pick graphic courses and you can learn any graphic software. So we are going to start with the mask. The first thing that I'm going to do, I have this sphere here, and I'm going to zoom a little bit on the sphere, go on the right, and when you go on the tool options, you can find here the possibility to use mask. When I click on mask here, you can apply a mask on a specific area. For example, I have the symmetry activated, and you can select a radius, so it means the size of your cursors, and maybe I'm going to go left click here and start to create a mask on this area. What does it mean? If, for example, I define a mask here, first things to do, you can increase the hardness, for example, for your mask. But if you do something like this, you can also remove the mask, as you can see. So you can also remove the mask if you invert here. If I want to recuperate, I can work with the mask again on this area. You have the possibility also to invert the mask. When I click here, I can invert the mask, just like that. So now what is the principle? You can also blow the mask if you want to have something or sharpen the mask on the opposite. The aim is just to have something with transition on the edge of your element. So now what we can do, concretely I can select another tools and the mask will be still here. If I select something like maybe the brush tools and I go on this area, if I'm on the mask, as you can see, nothing happens. I can increase the intensity, the radius, and the mask will not be impacted. But if I go around, as you can see, I can paint around. I can use my tools around, but the mask won't be impacted. So this is why the mask is useful, because the mask will allow you to stop to apply the tool on a specific area. So for example, here I'm pretty sure to not go inside the mask, just like that. And maybe I can do something like this. So this is the interest of the mask, as you can see. If I come back here and I want to remove the mask, I can come back to the mask options. And if, for example, I'm going to use something like clear, I will clear the mask. And as you can see now, if I come back to one of these tools, I can come back with my brush tool. Now, if I want to work, for example, here, I can work here. If I want to use any tools, it's possible because I just remove the mask on this area. So this is the type of thing that we can do with a mask. So as you can see, it is pretty convenient tools that you can use. You have also a little bit more options to use this mask. Let's select a second options. I will go on this area and I will replace by a cube. So first I will press delete on the keyboard and I will add a cube. Let's just zoom little out and I will select and add a cube here. So this cube, I will transform this cube first. I will go on the right and I will use the transform tools, and with the transform tool we will scale a little bit on this direction, and then with this one I will scale on this direction. The mask can allow you to make something like extrusion as well. This is what I'm going to show you here. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to click here and to activate one more time mask. After to do this work, I can define a view. For example, I can go more on the top view if I press T here, but I'm going to, yes, go on this view just like that, because the problem is you can use, for example, the top view, but I'm going to use the grid here. So this is the reason for which when I go on this area with the camera, I'm going to go on the top here. I can define a radius, intensity, hardness one more times, and if I just go left click here, I can start my mask. And I can apply my mask just on this area. So the principle of work, if for example I increase a little bit my mask, I can do something like this here, and I can do something like that. You have the possibility to use extract. So here you can define a thickness, and if you apply extract, just like that, you can extract this value, and you can apply a thickness value. So this is the first thing that you can do. You can use something like extract here. And if I'm using the transform tools, as you can see, you have created an extraction of this one. Even if we don't use, for example, this too much. So now I'm going to press Ctrl Z, and I will come back on these directions, and we will go back with the mask options. I will come back with mask here, and I will select one more time these tools. So one more time we can invert the mask, just like that. So for example, if I invert the mask, I will invert here, and I define a tool like, for example, transforms, and now I move here. As you can see, I can extrude this outside or inside. What does it mean? It means that if I press Ctrl Z and I select one more time mask and I define invert and I go outside with the transform tools, I can just create an extrusion of this one outside, and we can do something like this, for example, just here. So for example, I can go here and I will obtain this render. But I'm going to press Ctrl Z, and let's just go on this area. I will come back to the mask options, and to the mask options I will invert again. And if I invert, as you can see, this area are going to be fixed, and this one can be moved. So something that I can do, it is, for example, to go outside, to use the transform tools, and I can, for example, extrude this area just like that. And after to do this work, I can create another mask. So I will click here, I will select mask, I will clear the mask, and I will create another one on this area again. I will define one more time the radius, and let's just paint again on this area, just like that. And something that I will do, it is to invert the mask again, and now I can pull this one. I will go here, I will select transform, and as you can see, I can transform as well. But if I'm using one of these tools, like for example, if I'm using the brush tools, it will apply only on, for example, this area. So it means if I go here or if I go here, it's on the mask, so it means I cannot do anything, for a simple reason that the mask will lock this area. But this one I can do, for example, here. So this is the type of thing that we can do with a mask. So as you can see, it is a pretty convenient tool. You have multiple use to work with a mask. And I can click here. If I want to deactivate the mask, I need to come back, masking options one more time. So one more time, you can invert just like this here. And if I want to clear the mask, I just need to activate on this area clear. And I can do something like that. So the mask will allow you to not apply your effect on a specific area. And the mask can allow you also, in this type of case, for example, you can create something like extrusion, and it can be pretty convenient, just like that. I'm going to go on these panels, and on the scene options, I will deactivate this one, and I will deactivate this one. And here on this area, we have only one object using this feature. So we are going to stop here for these videos. If you like this video, you can subscribe to this YouTube channel. A lot of graphic content on these YouTube channels. In the first link on the description, you will find SculptGL, the complete course. So if you want to learn this software, or if you prefer learn this application to master 3D sculpting, it will be on the first link on the description. You will see models, session of the course, a complete course with different hours of training content to see the different tools of SculptGL, the topologize, the renders, a different example about 3D sculpting, and master SculptGL for 3D sculpting. Second link on the description, the website in link with this YouTube channel. You can discover software on this YouTube channel, and second link on the description, it is like an online school. You can pick a course and you can learn any graphic software. For next video on these channels, see you. Ciao, ciao.